Here's every Easter egg I found in Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2.
So the intro of this immediately makes me think of the beginning of Episode 9 with Kylo Ren going to Mustafar, but instead this is the planet Dathomir, of course being reversed for Rebuild the Galaxy. Here is our first minifig that we've never seen before, being the young Asajj Ventress and the Day Sisters instead of the Night Sister. So this is sort of like the Asajj Ventress that we saw in Tales of the Underworld that we never got in minifig form. And we have never even got any of the Night Sisters, even though they even have their own special molded helmet. So we end up seeing a molded Rancor, which we have seen before, but actually never gotten in a very, very long time. But it is really cool to see it again. So first we get to see the 2025 U-Wing, which is one of a lot of sets that Sig Griebling actually builds using the Force. Most of them are 2025 sets, but we even get to see some older ones, which I will show here. We also get to see the ATTE from 2022. And we get to see the 2024 Sith Infiltrator, as well as the UCS TIE Interceptor from 2023. We also get to see an appearance of the Mandalorian, which of course has a special twist, being the Lando-Lorian, using the head and hairpiece from the Episode 9 Lando, and even getting his own special Mandalorian pauldron with black on the outside and blue on the inside, which we have never seen in LEGO. Would have been really cool to get in the Force Burner Snowspeeder. It's also pretty weird that we get the older version of the Carbonite instead of the 1x2 brick. We get the Han Solo one where you can actually fit a minifigure inside all the way back, I believe, in 2018. We also get a mention of the GWP all the way back in 2023, which is the Death Star 2 as the GWP, and you can see the bigger one outside, which technically is not a set, but we even get to see a third Death Star. So we do get to see the one and only $1,000 Death Star, which is really cool to get like a full overview. They sort of go really quickly into all the different rooms, being the trash compactor, as well as the throne room, and a bunch of other different rooms. I'm pretty sure they go through all of them except the hot tub, and they don't mention the mini kit. We also get to see the minifig that came in the Force Burner Snowspeeder, being a Solitus. So now on to Episode 2. Part 2 starts off with the classic Star Wars logo from 1999, which looks very, very nice. After the classic bit of the first part is over, we get to see an evil, or I guess normal version of K2SO, which technically would just be a normal security droid that hasn't been reprogrammed. During the second part, we get to see a winter version of Darth Maul, as well as the same head mold of Queel that we got in the UCS Razor Crest with a different torso print. While they're in the hold, we get to see a really deep cut character, being Jax. He was in a couple of old Star Wars adventure comics, and you can even see Dengar featured on the cover of this one, and it would be very, very cool to actually get him in the Force Burner Snowspeeder, but sadly LEGO never made it, even though they made an exclusive torso with arm printing and leg printing only for the show. We also get to see September of last year's buildable Chewbacca figure, which looks really cool, followed by 2022's 150th Brickhead, being the Ahsoka Brickhead, which I find is really weird they have her in Brickhead form and not minifigure form, but I'll actually talk more about her in the last episode. We also get to see the Purgles, or the Porgles, which are basically just the buildable Porg from Episode 8, but with the Porgle or Purgle form that we see in Ahsoka as well as in Rebels, which definitely makes it possible for LEGO to make a Purgle set. We also get to see Cal Kestis, which is, of course, from the Star Destroyer from this year, from the 25th anniversary figure, which looks really nice. We also get to see Darth Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as Darth Revan, who came as a May 4th exclusive promo all the way back in 2014, and sadly we're not getting him again, most likely. But it's kind of weird. He's the only character that doesn't really get a change. I guess he was technically on the light side and then the dark side in the Old Republic, but he doesn't get like either good or bad, whether he was good or bad before. So I did see that a little bit weird, but still really cool to get him. Sadly, not in minifigure form again. The beginning of part 3, we get to see an ARC 170 as well as the U-Wing from 2025 mixed with a bunch of other ships that we see. And we also get to see the one and only Cassian Andor, specifically
actually in his Season 1 outfit, which was only in the Ambush on Ferric set, and there was only 2 Andor sets, the Season 1 set and the Season 2 set. So this is the Season 1 version. So I paused it here to see all the figures, because we do get to see the head mold of Nien Nunb, as well as Andor and Zam Wesell, and we also get to see a figure that's never been made, a species from Utapau, which is actually really, really cool, but sadly we never got any minifig form, which is also weird, why like it would do an entire neck like piece as well as a different face print. It'll be really cool to get him in some future sets in 2026. We also get to see the 2024 Desert Skiff and Sarlacc pit, as well as the UCS Jabba sail barge. We also get a bit of a Sarlacc pit, which is, I guess, Snoke pit. Technically, it doesn't use the same build as the one in the other Desert Skiff from 2024, so it is a little bit different. Like, it's never made a build like that before. There's also a really cool detail with the torturing of Serva, which is a Gonk droid, who we do get to see in episode 6, I believe, in Jabba's palace. We also get to see Captain Phasma there, but here it is, which is actually a recreation of the scene with the Gonk droid from episode 6, Return of the Jedi. We also see what could be a leaked set for 2026. We see a BB-8 wing, which doesn't really seem like anything, but there is a leaked BB-8 for $90 with 569 pieces coming January 1st of next year. So possibly this could be sort of like a build. I'm not sure if this was a previous BB-8 buildable droid, but this could be the one we're getting, at least a hint of it in this sort of build, combined with, of course, a B-wing. We also get to see a little bit of a recreation of Darth Maul with his legs cut off, using the first set of legs that we see in Darth Maul, but instead of the upper half of it being Darth Maul, it is actually Darth Jar Jar. We also get to see some shield pieces being used as the TIE Bomber wings, and we do get to see a bunch of figures like Omega, Wrecker, and of course Andor again, as well as Hunter. We also get to see the older MTT, as well as a couple Dark Troopers and a home Spider Droid, all transform into an actual older version of the buildable K2SO, rather than the $90 one they released in August. And we also get to see 2 of the 25th anniversary Droidicas. And that's every Easter egg I found in Season 2 of Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. Comment down below what your favorite part of this show was. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing rest of your day, and see you on the next one.